So June has come to an end. That means we're halfway through 2017 already. And it also means it's time to talk about the best, worst, and most interesting of the month of June. So we're in the full swing of the summer movie season right now, and June had a pretty big variety of types of movies in there, from the big franchise movies that were kind of lukewarm, like The Mummy and Cars 3 for me, the small budget movie that's going to make some money because it was so cheap to make, like 47 Meters Down, and then, well, we got some other stuff in there too. So let's start off with the worst of the month, and it's the obvious pick that most people are going to go with, and that's Transformers: The Last Knight. Wow, this movie was so all over the place. They had like 16 writers or 10 writers. How many people go off on have some sort of weekend retreat to come up with a bunch of ideas? And it's like they threw them all in here. It's a cobbled mesh of ideas that don't go together. Too many plot lines, too many characters, and so nothing gets developed right. People disappear. Optimus Prime is barely in it, shows up in the third act, and suddenly it's like we're supposed to care about them, and such a mess of a movie. For me, I think it's actually going to be so bad it gets kind of good, kind of loops around a little bit. I totally understand for other people it's just grating, loud, obnoxious noise that's unbearable to sit through. I totally get that, because these movies are so long, so noisy, so obnoxious, and this one being the most obnoxious, not the longest though, so for me a little bit more bearable than a couple of the other Transformers movies that went on for so long, and this one being so bad it almost kind of became good again for me. As for the biggest surprise of the month, I'd probably go with 47 Meters Down. And it's only a slight surprise that I kind of liked it. It's a cheap, low-budget movie. They're supposed to release straight to video. Feels like it's supposed to be straight to video. But because The Shallows did pretty well, they're like, hey, let's put that in the theaters. We'll make some money. And they almost certainly will. So they did that, and I enjoyed it enough. If you see the trailer and you go, I don't think that's for me, it's not. It's not going to win anybody over. But if you see the trailer and go, ooh, that could be kind of cool, that's what it'll be. It's probably more of a Redbox movie, but then again, it was a surprise in that it wasn't totally awful for me. Most interesting movie of the month for me, I'm going to go with It Comes at Night. Now, this is one I went to go see with a group of people. It ended and they were like, that's it? The movie ended? People 3 rows behind me go, really? I paid money for that? That's all we get? And I went outside with the group of people I was with, and they just started trashing it, like, what about this? And for like 30 minutes, we're just standing in front of the movie theater trashing this movie. And then by the end of it, 2 or 3 of them were like, oh, I think I really like that movie. That's an interesting movie that it ends and you hate it. And then you think about it and you go, actually, I think I really like that movie. It's a movie that it's not what you're expecting. It's not easy to market because of the nature of the storytelling. And it's about paranoia, it's about our fears, it's about the unseen. And so how do you market that in a way that properly represents what the movie is and the perspective is of it? It's a tricky one, and that makes it very interesting. And that brings us to the top of the list, and I'm going to go with 2 bests of the month. I'll go with Wonder Woman and Baby Driver. I rated them very differently, and they're very different types of movies, but I'm just very excited that both of these movies exist. So Wonder Woman being the big franchise film, it's just a lot of fun. It's very enjoyable. It's a movie I find very watchable. I can see myself rewatching a lot. It's great to see the DCU finally make something that has broad appeal to people and that's liked by fans and critics. And it's just a good, enjoyable film that has hope in it, and not cynicism. So that's pretty exciting. And then Baby Driver, I didn't give it as high as a rating, but I'm so excited that a movie like this exists, that we're getting more of these mid-range, heist, action, crime movies that are being done by great actors, written and directed by great directors. This being another example of that. It's a type of movie that I feel like we haven't gotten as much of over the last several years, and there seems to be a bit of a resurgence, and I'm pretty excited about that. I think I'm going to do an editorial about that soon, as well as write something about it. And something coming up. I'm working with Men vs. Movies, doing some writing stuff, relaunching soon, so be sure to check that out. I'll keep you informed as to what's coming out with that. And my first one is actually going to be about mid-range action heist crimes type movies like Baby Driver that we're getting more of, that I'm very excited about that. So for that reason, even though maybe I wasn't like just loving it as much as some other people, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed Wonder Woman. Probably overrated it in my review actually, but that's how excited I was about it actually being a good movie. So, anyway, those are my takes on it. How about you? The best, the worst, the most interesting, the biggest surprise, the biggest disappointment, whatever those categories are for the movies, the things that kind of like caught your attention? What are they for you? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If you're new to my channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button. I do movie reviews, I do ranking videos every weekend, but I don't want to just talk about movies. I want to talk about movies with you. Let's get a lively discussion down below, and as always, thank you for watching.